the biggest loser in college football for week 3. Just with my guts and conviction, gut feeling, I got to go with Colorado, man. I'm
Oh God.
sorry, man. I am sorry. I know Twitter was not a fan of what I had to say regarding Colorado, including Facebook, including the guys on here also. But they're
Sound
losers
crazy right
because hold on, give me a second.
now. All right, go ahead.
Um they were 23-point favorites in this game. It took them 2 overtimes to beat a Colorado State team. These are 23-point favorites. They were supposed to blow this team out. On top of that, they lost arguably their best weapon of all, Travis Hunter, for the next 4 games. Obviously, we saw the late hit. A lot of people, we know what happened with that with Blackburn, and they lose him for the next 4 games, and now they're going to go back to back against the Oregon Ducks and the USC Trojans, and now they're officially entering Pac-12 play. I think this is a huge deal. They did win that game in double overtime, but and then on top of that, um, um, Shador Sanders, we they mentioned about the 98-yard drive. That is impressive. 50% impressive. I can't give him all the credit for that. Um, but I got to give the offensive coordinator Sean Lewis some credit, man. I don't think he deserves enough credit for the play calling that he does. Um, and I just think Colorado is in trouble right now, and I think the hype around surrounding Colorado is just a little bit overhyped. It's just a little bit overrated, and am not sold on the Colorado Buffaloes after beating their Colorado State. I'm sorry, man. We're talking about Colorado State, for crying out loud, man. We're not talking about anything else. And they said, yeah, they play them competitive because they're rivals. But guess what? It's not a rival when they're kicking their ass for the last 6 meetings. Like, well, that's a rivalry? Are you kidding me right now? But I would keep going. I would love to keep talking about this, but we gotta go to our winners. So let's
Hold on,
go.
one more thing before you said. I agree with one thing you said about them being biggest loser. Losing Travis Hunter, that will make them a big loser this week. Losing Travis Hunter, that can almost justify your hate and call them big losers. But losing Travis Hunter was a big loss, so I will call him a big loser for that.
Okay, so before Mr. Box Office gives his win, I just want to say this. You talked about Colorado winning. They won, but they barely escaped Colorado State. They were 20-some point favorite, correct?
Right.
How much was Alabama a favorite?
I would
think
I
they
would
were-
have
20-some points, 30
Yeah,
points
yeah,
probably.
25 points.
How
Yeah.
about Georgia? How about hold on? How about Florida State?
Get them.
All right, and then lastly, how about Tennessee, who actually lost?
Get
They
them.
actually lost the game. So I don't think that's fair to sit there and talk about bad about Colorado when they won the game. Yes, it took more than what all of us thought, but that's not really a fair assessment. And I'll make the counter argument to that, because and they lost Travis Hunter, that's a big loss. I understand that point. But if they lose the next 2 weeks and it's close games, you know what? It's actually a win for them, because people are going to be like, oh, they lost without Travis Hunter. If Travis Hunter was there, they possibly could win those games. So I actually looked at Travis Hunter not being there as actually like a crutch that they can lean on if they don't win the next 2 games. They can blame it on Travis Hunter not being there. I don't think they were going to, well, we're going to get to the predictions in a second. But with Travis Hunter, without Travis Hunter, We'll talk about that in a
Well,
second.
they also escaped also because Colorado State lost their the best defensive player, Muhammad Kamara, who was harassing
That was late in the
They
game.
didn't lose
was
him.
That was late in the
harassing
game.
and terrorizing Shador Sanders
He
the
was
entire
a
game.
fact.
They didn't lose him. He got ejected. Why did he get ejected?
Well, that was kind of like a cheap call, though. I
Hey.
don't agree with that.
But my biggest winner is the man, the legend.
Would
The
you hurry
legend
up?
continues to grow. Fix your face, Keo. Down 8. 2 minutes left in the game. 95 plus yards to go. No Travis Hunter. And Shedeur Sanders says, watch this. Oh my God. Brady-esque, dare I say. He was down 8. He drove his team down in a rivalry game. Got the touchdown, got the 2-point conversion. And I want to say, Dion was shocking me. They win the coin toss. Most people say, I want to play defense. Dion said,
Give me the ball.
no. We
Get my
want the
son out
ball.
there.
The confidence he's showing in this young man. Hey, Shedeur Sanders not only gets in the end zone again, they score, then they get the extra point, and that's it. Like, I mean, they go for 2 in the second overtime. They don't have to do that. He gets that too. From that point on, that 2-minute point on, that looked like Tom Brady in the NFL. I'm not even lying to y'all. That's exactly what it looked like to me. And Keo, you can shake your head, you can fix your face however you want. The biggest winner was Shedeur Sanders this past week. That's a Heisman moment. Let him beat USC or Oregon. The Heisman. If he beats USC, the Heisman's over with.
You can't.
Oh yeah,
You can't call that a Heisman moment against Colorado State, man.
Oh
like,
God,
really?
Reggie
And
Bush had the kick return against Fresno State. What are we doing? What are we doing?
And let's not forget he also got sacked 4 times, and I think he actually leads.
That's offensive line.
That's bad quarterback IQ. He just wants to hold on to the ball too much.
My biggest winner, and I'm saying it with some conviction.
And he got. This is the most times where he got hurried and hit the most.
They
times.
won the game.
Talk about
friend. They won the game.
When you look at quarterback pressures, that was the most, and on top of that,
quarterback pressures are the offensive line's fault.
Right. Bad quarterback IQ, and he did all of that against Colorado State's best defensive player, Muhammad Kamara, man, who was just a beast all over him throughout the entire game until they got the refs helped Sanders out and took.
How was he getting back there?
That happened at the end of the game, or was it the end of the game or the first overtime that Kamara got put out?
And you said all of that. You still don't want to give credit to offensive coordinator Sean Lewis.
Absolutely, but Shedeur says you can call all the plays in the world that you want. Your players have to go out there and execute it.
Absolutely,
and he executed without Travis Hunter, without their best player. That you just said.
Wait a minute. When LSU had that amazing year, you know who you were giving credit to? You know who the play caller was?
Joe Brady. I know
exactly. So why can't you give credit to Sean Lewis? What's the problem?
Did we not give the credit to Joe Burrow?
Exactly.
Come on, man. Let's talk. Let's be for real now. Let's be for real now.
But that LSU offense was ridiculous, man. And then I do think that Xavier Weaver is a better wide receiver than them. He actually leads the team in receiving right now.
He's a beast too.
Yes, don't want to mention him, do you?
It's all good. Let's go, man. We can't stay on this topic forever.